to death, why don't you? Please tell me you haven't been here all night.
Kill the lights.
What?
It bothers my eyes.
How am I supposed to get this place open for business if it's pitch dark? Don't you think the people are gonna want to see what they're eating? Or drinking? John, what are you doing here?
What does it look like?
Dorian, I am so late for work, it's not even funny. Have you seen my other shoe?
Perhaps you left it in the no-tell motel that you frequent with your mystery paramour.
I spent the night in my own bed. Thank you very much. And he is not my paramour.
Thank you very much. He's not a mystery. He's John McBain. Honey, that is the worst person you could get involved with while you're trying to get over Joe.
You guys eat like this every morning. It's no wonder you moved in here.
Yeah, my father's place does have a few perks.
I'm just surprised he turned around so much on Aubrey.
I know. He just keeps saying he wants to make amends.
Yeah, and I'm actually starting to believe it. You know, Cutter, if you still want that job at BE, I could put in a word for you.
Nah, actually, my hands are pretty full right now. You know, the charity I've been working with has got this big fundraising push for the spring, so.
No, I envy you. Actually helping people.
Well, honestly, the best part's that I get to stay here in Lambview. I really like being near my sis.
Well, I bet you probably have to get to work, so I'll walk you out.
We need to talk.
About what?
About us.
You haven't even seen David yet?
I've got to meet with the warden first. Oh, you ought to see this place, honey. I'm going to have to do more than just snap my fingers to get David out of here.
Well, if anyone can pull it off, you can.
Well, I don't care if I have to dig him out of this hole myself. I'm bringing my son home where he belongs, and then we're going to lock Clint up the same way he locked David up.
Yeah, I'll be happy to nail that SOB myself. Okay, so just keep me in the loop, all right? I love you. Call me.
I love you. What in the hell are you doing here, Balsam?
Your plane was just taking off when I got to the gate, but luckily I found another flight.
Lucky for who?
You don't want any help getting David out of here.
You know what? I could use that a long time ago, like last year.
Look, I don't expect you to forgive me for keeping quiet.
Because it's not coming anytime soon. Now, get your butt back to the airport. I don't need you hanging around here screwing things up.
I was told there was an American gentleman to see me.
2 American gentlemen, actually.
I'm the man who contacted you, Warden. I understand you have an American citizen incarcerated here, David Vickers Buchanan.
I'm sorry, Commissioner. You've been misinformed. There is no prisoner here by that name.
Well, he may have been arrested under another name. Do you recognize this man?
I take it that was Bowen.
Why do you ask?
Because I ran into him at the airport. He said he was flying out to, where was it?
Out of town.
Wherever. Anyway, he wasn't in much of a mood to talk, and I was wondering if everything's okay.
Oh, please, Clint, don't pretend to care about Beau at this late a date. Not after what you did to his son.
What do you mean? What are you talking about?
The only reason why you wanted Matthew to work at BE was so that you could poison him against his parents. And it worked for a while. It did. Because he idolized you. So he believed every lie you told him, took it hook, line, and sinker. But those days are long gone.
Well, Matthew already told me that you and Beau were forcing him to quit.
He didn't understand it at first. But now he does. Now he knows everything. Everything. Every vile thing you ever did. Including hiring Eddie Ford to kidnap me and then murdering him to keep him quiet.
Oh, my. And what did Matthew have to say about that?
There is no us.
I know. But there was that thing at your house, the kiss, and I never told Darren.
Don't worry. It's not like he's gonna hear about it from me.
Thank you.
We were just, two friends that needed each other. And that's it.
Right. And speaking of friends, you look like you could use one right now. What's up? Murderer's still loose. I don't get it. What does this have to do with you?
I don't think you should come around here too much.
Why not? Now that you're in your cozy mansion and I'm stuck in my cold, lonely motel room, I get a little stir-crazy.
Crazy is right. Come on, for all we know, Clint has this place totally wired. And the butler, Nigel, or whatever the hell his name is, he totally has me on his radar. I get the hiccups there with a glass of water. It's creepy.
What more does Clint need? He's already got that flash drive with us spilling our guts about all the Buchanan money we're after.
He can't use that. The deal was I get Rama to convince Bimmel to take the rap, and Clint keeps the jump drive to himself.
Right. And now Clint is off the hook, so what's to keep him from changing his mind?
He wouldn't.
You want some advice, Aubrey? Find that drive.
Oh, okay, that'll be easy.
Do it, Aubrey. Find it, destroy it.
Okay, and while I'm sticking my neck out, what will you be doing? Moving in on Kelly Kramer?
Well, you found your rich catch. Now it's my turn.
Thank you, Blair! Thank you! Now, how long did it take her to broadcast that news?
John McBain, really, what were you thinking getting involved with him?
Well, okay, see, I guess the blabbermouth forgot to mention that I am not involved with John.
Oh,
we are just...
Tell me one thing.
What?
What are you going to do when John decides to go running into the waiting arms of his fiancée?
Well, that's not gonna happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because there's nothing to run back to. John and Natalie are over.
Oh. Dear heaven, this is worse than I thought. You have feelings for him, don't you?
Do us both a favor. Try some solids.
Do you have to do that so loud?
Oh, I'm sorry. Is the noise disturbing your drinking? Don't worry, in a few minutes you won't even hear it. You'll be unconscious, which is pretty sad because you could be spending this morning with the woman who loves you and a baby who needs you.
Gigi, don't.
You are turning your back on something that most people only dream about. No wonder Natalie felt like she had to tell you the baby was yours, because she knew that if she didn't, you would shut her out. That was her worst fear, John. And when she got those test results saying that Brody was the father, she didn't know what to do.
How do you know so much about what Natalie was going through?
Natalie's my friend, and she had no one else to talk to.
Right, just me.
I don't think you heard what I just said. Natalie was scared to death of losing you.
How long did you know? How long? Weeks? Months? That's nice for you, Gigi. I had to find out on my wedding day that my son is another man's child. You didn't bother to tell me that.
I knew that when Natalie got pregnant, that there were questions, and it was hell for her. She even thought about having an abortion, John. And she couldn't do it. And you know why? Because if it was your baby, she could not imagine giving it up. She wanted more than anything for it to be your child.
You can't always get what you want.
Can you blame her for hoping?
I blame her for lying to me.
By the time the test showed that Brody was the father, she had already started thinking of that baby being yours. And she knew that you were just as into having a family as she was. She couldn't destroy that for you.
You can't destroy what it doesn't exist.
She loves you. That exists. It's real. And you two can love that baby together. You just have to be willing to open your heart. And I'm not saying that it's easy. You'll have to build back up the trust, but don't cheat yourself out of being with the woman you love. Because no matter what you say, John, I know you still love Natalie. Don't you have anything to say?
Yeah. You're fired.
I do not have feelings for John. He is in a, I don't know, a transition period. So am I. We have something in common.
Abject misery? Unbearable loss?
We are trying to get over our losses. We are not wallowing in self-pity.
Sorry to be blunt, but what you need is a good...
Hey, save it. I just don't want you going from the frying pan into the fire.
I won't. John isn't Joey. This is a whole different situation.
Excuse me? Cutter Wentworth is here.
Oh, thank you, Helen. Show him in, please.
Very good. Cutter Wentworth.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi, I'm sorry I didn't call, but thank you for the other flowers you brought. They were lovely, but totally unnecessary.
What is necessary is that Kelly wants to tell you that she is ready to move on. Okay?
Dorian's right. I really can't be in a new relationship right now, but it was very sweet of you to bring me such beautiful flowers.
Oh, they're not for you. They're for Dorian.
I am so glad you get along with my brother. Joey, what are you reading?
You remember when I told you I recognized this guy?
Yeah, when we were watching Access Landview, I figured he looked familiar because he's been all over the news.
No, it's more than that. Aubrey, I've seen him in person.
Where?
Here. He was with my father the day I came back. I came to visit my dad, and he was with this guy I didn't know at the time. But now I know it was Eddie Ford.
Are you sure?
Positive. All right, my dad said he was doing some business with him, but why would my father ever be doing business with a creep like that?
I'm sure there's a logical explanation.
For being all chummy with the man who kidnapped my Aunt Nora? Yeah, I'd love to hear the explanation about that.